Cue the opening. And welcome back to another episode of the Wacky Movie Review. My name is Mike, of course, and I'm your host. And this is technically the third time I'm trying to upload this thing to other little indiscrepancies. But anyway, let's try to have some fun with this. So anyway, the next movie I'm going to review is one that I've really grown up with my entire life. Well, I've had it since I was 6. And I watched the cartoon I started watching the original Japanese cartoon that was based off of about the same time. The movie I'm talking about is none other than The Guyver. Stars Mark Hamill, and honestly, even though it's an American re-imaging of the Japanese cartoon and the comic book, I think it's actually quite well done. Mind you, this was done in '91, so the effects are severely lacking. But the stories are basically the same. That some student finds the Guyver unit and it connects to them, and the company that has it in their possession in the first place, the Kronos Corporation, try to hunt him down and take it back. Now, in this movie, the character's a college student. In the cartoon, he's a high school student. But in each movie, in each imaging, I think that's the right word to use. The company's called the Kronos Corporation, and they employ these soldiers called zoonoids, which are basically humans that can turn into monsters, like these things right here. See what I mean? Now, in the cartoon, there's a specific commando unit called the Hyperzoonoid Team 5, which are stronger versions of the zoonoids, which are used to hunt down the Guyver. Need to say they never win. But that team is Zextol, the commander, some weird-looking octopus thing called Elegin, Zankrus, who has swords for hands, Gaster, who shoots rockets out of his shoulders, and Darzurb, my favorite, who's just pretty much a giant rhino-looking thing. He can breathe fire and super strong. He's just, oh! In this one, I would not even call these guys hyper-zoonoids, let alone even call them anything other than stupid. But some of these guys are funny, and some of these guys I have no clue who they are. But in this movie, there's actually a 6th person who dies 5 seconds after you see him. He gets his arm ripped off and his neck snapped. I didn't even see why you included him in the first place. It was just kind of a, I don't know, maybe a spur of the moment and go, hey, let's put a 6th guy in the team and have him die like 30 seconds in. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. But anyway, so I like the way the costumes looked and the way they portrayed the Guyver, like the actual armor itself. They made it look more organic than non-organic. And plus, in the second time he transforms into the Guyver, they do a nice claymation look, where you can actually see all the armor spreading out from him from behind and then latching on, which I always thought that was really, really cool. And that's pretty much what I did. Well, that and the fact that Stryker, who is the guy there with the giant floppy ears, he can always be good for some form of comedy. Well, he's like the comic relief of the comic relief of the zoonoids. Like in one scene when he's chasing them, their leader Lisker, who is that guy right there, he looks kind of like I don't know, call him a hammerhead, like I don't know, something. But he says no transformations, and he's chasing, and Stryker's falling behind, so he's like, "Oh, screw this!" Transforms and jumps over a wall, and you hear him yell Geronimo as he jumps over, landing on a movie set. Actually, which I thought was kind of funny. That's at the end of the movie, where you just see him standing in the background, and he's having a smoke. He's still transformed as a zoonoid and stuff, and you see the guy in front of him, he's just like, can't you read the sign? It says no smoking! No. And well, now here's for what I really didn't like about this. Lisker kills the Guyver! That just doesn't happen! The leader of this well, in this case, Zoonoid Team 5, not Hyperzoonoids, because they suck too much, does not kill the Guyver! It was always a specialized unit called Enzyme, which was specifically made to destroy the Guyver. Not, by a chance headbutt, cracking the control metal, and he just goes, oh, you do have a weakness, and he starts hitting him in the face. Come on! A preschooler could figure that out, hit the giant round glowy thing. It probably makes him do his due. And another thing I didn't like, The Mega Smasher opens at like a snail's pace. It opens like it's covered in molasses. That and, oh, the Zolord. The Zolord from Kronos America. It looks like a Triceratops with human hands and a lizard face. That's it. No horn on the nose, nothing like it. It's just like a lizard face, big spines here, human hands, and when it gets the Guyver pinned down because it has like 6 limbs, the thing that comes out of his mouth looks like a hand, looks like 3 fingers and a glove, reaching out to grab the control metal. And even then, you know, it's like touching the metal. The Mega Smasher still opens like, and then blasts him. I mean, you'd think, you know, fight out and pull the thing open and destroy him, but no. I'm just going to let nature take its course on this one. It's so slow. And, well, onto there's only one scene in this movie that I think deserves special mention. When the Guyver's girlfriend gets captured by the leader of the Kronos Corporation, well, the American branch anyway, she steals the control metal, which is cloning itself into another Guyver unit, right? And she threatens to throw it into this tank of, there's something in it, I don't know. They never really specify what, it's just foam and splashes. And Stryker, again, swats the thing and hits it into another Zonoid's mouth. And he swallows it. So Lisker's like, spit it out, puts his hand down his throat trying to grab it. He can't get it. And he's like, no, it's growing inside of me. And all I see is just the elbow blade come out and cut the dude open. And apparently the dude is maybe that thick. And the whole Guyver steps out. And the Guyver's maybe 6'2", 6'3". The guy's this thick. The guy he comes out of is this thick. How can something that big come out of something this small? It just doesn't make sense. But the one thing that I actually do like about this is there's more variety to the Zonoids in this movie. In the cartoon, they're set into, like, there's many different not variations at all, there's just copies of the same one, like Ramo Cheese, Greggle, Vamor, those types. The only Zonoids that are specially designed and there's no mass production of them is the Hyper Zonoids, or the Lost Numbers. So I'll get into those another time. But yes, my name is Mike, and this is the end of the Wacky Movie Review number 2 for the Guyver. Tune in next weekend when I do the next series in the Guyver 2, Dark Hero.